Oh God, not that sound scheme. Oh! 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 Yeah, baby! Let's get that extremely large font in there. Holy, I was not expecting that. Okay. Oh God, this mouse is... Oh my God! The font is huge! Oh God, no. No, no, no. Please tell me we can turn this off. G'day folks, Jordan here, today with another yard sale find video. And in today's video, of course, we got none other than a yard sale find. Look, it's Microsoft Office Professional Edition 2003. And in addition to that, for another 25 cents, I found Microsoft Publisher XP, or in this case, version 2002. I mean, hey, it's cool stuff, I guess. I mean, if you're into that. Nah, I'm only kidding. When you come to a yard sale finds video onto the Jordan Wooler YouTube channel, you're going to find something that's actually kind of cool. And to not put it off any farther, here it is. This is a Canon laptop. I paid $10 for it. I forget what model this is actually already. It takes two hands to open the screen. It is an InnovaBook 200 LS. I'm guessing from 1995, and I powered this on real briefly at the yard sale to make sure it turned on, and it does. It has a 540 meg hard drive as far as I know, and I believe it has a passive matrix display in its color, so that's nice. I believe it's 800 by 600 in resolution based on the looks of it. The keyboard's actually surprisingly not that worn on this. I'm really surprised. Of course, I think it uses a plunger-style keyboard, because you can't quite type when the keys are at an angle, but it's not as bad as my Toshiba Satellite Pro laptop was when it came to the plunger-style keyboard on it. Of course, based on the fact that this is a 1990s era laptop, it does have the obligatory LCD status display with all of the indicators on it that you would probably need. And it looks like this one actually works perfectly, because when I turned it on, it seemed like everything functioned properly, which is quite a rarity when it comes to those LCD screens. You do get a little eraser head mouse with surprisingly tactile mouse buttons, actually. That's quite nice. Actually feels like you're clicking a mouse. We'll turn this on in a moment, but for now, let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the stuff on this machine and try to be careful with it at the same time. On the front, we have the hard drive area, which is a sort of kind of proprietary caddy. This houses the hard drive, which I said is a 540 meg hard drive, and it doesn't look like the latch is latched. There it goes. I believe on this side is the eject door for the battery, which I haven't even actually looked at the battery yet, so your guess is as good as mine as to what this actually has in it for a battery. I guess we'll be kind and actually eject it, and we'll find out. Well, thankfully it hasn't leaked, at least externally. This has a nickel metal hydride. I'm going to guess that this is totally dead, but at least it hasn't leaked onto the motherboard. There is no corrosion on the pins, so that is a good sign. It looks like it actually has rubber feet, or little plastic feet, not rubber feet, that pop up, so you'd have an elevated typing angle, and those both still seem to be intact. You got a little vent here, and what's actually underneath this door? I would guess that this is a memory expansion or something or another. It's dated 95/12, so it'd be the 12th week of 1995, so I'm not sure if that came with this machine when it was new, or if that was a shortly after upgrade. Not quite sure. There's just Velcro on this, which kind of Velcroed itself to the carpet. We do have a 1.44 meg floppy drive, although it looks as if the little dust shutter is kind of messed up and pushed in there, which kind of sucks. There is a power switch, and I think on the back we have all of our ports. There is a docking station port, which I did not get the docking station. That would have been kind of cool if it had one, but oh well, life moves on. We have a parallel port. We have a sound card on this laptop, which is very nice to see. So there's a headphone and a microphone jack, which is labeled on the port door, which is very handy to see. There's a VGA port, a 9-pin serial port, and a PS2 keyboard or mouse port. So very nice to see. And there's the power input jack. And finally, we have two PCM CIA card slots, obviously non-card bus capable, but what's also neat is there's a cover to cover up the PC cards. Pretty neat. And I believe these are the eject levers for the PC card slots as well, so that's a very nice addition to see there. There you can see the status LCD that this computer has, and as you can see it shows that it is indeed plugged in and it shows an empty battery. My guess is it's not actually going to charge the battery because obviously this battery in this machine's probably totally dead, which wouldn't surprise me. So anyway, let's go ahead and power this thing on and let's see what it sounds like, making sure that obviously we got a good connection on the power supply here. We got sounds of a hard drive. We got a 486 DX4 processor at 100 megahertz. We have 8 megs of RAM. We have a real-time clock failure. Let's get into the setup here. The screen is quite dim, so can I actually turn the brightness up on this? Or something or another, because this screen is extremely dim, but I don't know, maybe it could just be that the backlight on this thing is so wore out. But anyway, yeah, I don't have the details for the hard drive. I don't know if it auto-detects it. I'm going to guess that it does. It did not boot up while I was at the yard sale, so I'm going to guess that either the hard drive has been wiped or something else is new that I'm not aware of, but we'll go ahead and set the date here. You guys can just barely see the screen. It's about as bad as it is that I can see behind the camera here. It's really, really dim. So let's see, right now it is, let's see, 110, so that would be 13. Yep, looks like I see do it through the arrow keys here. How are you supposed to set this? Not really sure, I guess you turn the metal lock off. I'm not sure how you're supposed to set the date on this thing. Well, whatever it's set to, I'm sure it'll be fine. Display type LCD, quick boot disabled, CPU speed high, CPU cache is enabled, there are no passwords, track points enabled, serial ports on, parallel port set to standard, numlock at boot is off, which is fine. So let's go ahead and save values and exit setup. Interesting, it says rebooting when you do that. At least the hard drive doesn't sound like it's dying. That's a good sound. Yeah, 8 megs of RAM. Phoenix BIOS. Yeah, when I was there at the yard sale, it didn't boot up into anything, but it looks like we got Windows 95 now that it's detected the hard drive. God, that screen is extremely dim. I hope that when I get into the operating system, I can turn the brightness up, because that is very, very dim. Oh, I can turn the brightness up. Okay. That is a good sign. I got it a little brighter, but it's still far from perfect. But yeah, this is a color passive matrix LCD. It looks like it's a dual scan display. There's a separation line that I saw on the boot screen there. Oh god, not that sound scheme. Oh! Yeah, baby. Let's get that extremely large font in there. Holy, I was not expecting that. Okay. Well, anyway. Oh, God. Oh, the mouse is slow, too. Oh, no.
Hey, Mom, double-click me.
No, thanks. Oh, God. This mouse is slow. Oh, my God. The font is huge. The font is absolutely huge on this thing. Oh, good, you can't see the original owner, but oh, my God. That is an absolute huge font on this thing. Oh, jeez. Anyway, this color scheme is terrible for viewing text, as you can just barely see down there. 486, 8 megs of RAM, and this absolutely gargantuan font. Oh, that is unbelievably terrifying. Okay. Please tell me. Oh, God, no. No. Please tell me we can turn this off. Alrighty, where is display? There we go. So, let's see here. Am I right? Is this a 800 by 600? No, this is actually a 640 by 480 passive matrix display. I wonder what happens if I turn it up to 800 by 600. Does it actually overscan? Oh, no. No, I don't want to restart the computer. I just want this godforsaken theme off. God, turn it off. I just want the Windows Standard one, please. Get this turned off. This is terrible. Oh, that's much better. That was just crazy. Anyway, I'll leave it at 640 by 480 for now, because I'm going to assume that this is a 640 by 480 display. And, alright, let's go ahead and see what's now on the hard drive, now that I can actually see what I'm doing. Panasonic Portable CD-ROM Player. Oh, it's just a help file. I almost wonder if this had one of those parallel port CD-ROM drives connected to it at a time or two. That makes me wonder. It does have Microsoft Word, so somebody had at least something on this machine for productivity, as I would expect for a laptop of this age. But I'm not going to open up that document, of course. And it looks like somebody was going to set up Internet Explorer 4.01, but clearly that's gone. There's a program called LView on this. What is that? LView Pro 1.6. The current set of quantisizing options is not adequate for this graphics mode. What is it? Switch it to 256 colors or what? That's interesting. LView Pro for Windows 3.1 version 1.6, copyright 1994, shareware version. Huh. Interesting. Alright.
Can we turn the wallpaper off, because that's just causing a bunch of slowdown? Let's turn that wallpaper off, please, thank you.
There we go. So what's actually on the hard drive of this thing? Does it have old remnants of DOS? Oh yeah, it does. So it looks like somebody actually upgraded this from Windows 3.1 to Windows 95, because as you can see, there is a DOS folder complete with all the stuff that you would expect DOS to have. So I almost wonder if you could actually downgrade this back to Windows 3.1. No, it's just Word 97. Okay. Well, that was a surprise that this actually booted up into an operating system. That I was not expecting. So that's really interesting. It did show on the LCD that it was charging at a time or two. I saw the little arrow from the power adapter to the battery, but it has since gone away. So my guess is that either there's no proper power utility that's in the taskbar right now because this is plugged in, or the battery is totally flat on this. It says 100% remaining. Enable it on the taskbar because I want to see what that actually looks like. And then I'm also going to go ahead and tell the taskbar to stop auto hiding because I don't need it to. And if this shuts off, I'm going to be really sorry for those in the viewing audience that are going to cringe when I do this, but we're going to see if this battery works. 3, 2, 1. Aw. Well, so much for the 100% charge on the battery. Oh well, it was worth a shot. I had to try it. So it turns out that the battery on this is totally flat like I figured, so no surprise to anybody. But I'm going to go ahead and turn the video off here. So there we go. A Canon InnovaBook 200 LS based on a 486 DX4 100 MHz and 8 megs of RAM and a 540 meg hard drive. So very cool. This machine should clean up nicely. The hinges are still in surprisingly good condition actually for a machine from 1995. So not bad. They did a terrible job at cleaning this, and I'm going to take off this Velcro and then we're going to clean it up, and there we go. So that's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, so I figured I'd make an addendum to this video that I wasn't planning on making because I found something very interesting when it came to
the document on the desktop. No, it doesn't contain anything personal. It actually contains some kind of interesting information from the previous owner that was actually supposed to be for the people who were selling this thing, so that's very interesting. So from apparently this is Barbara. This needs a new backup battery. We'll lose its settings, the date, etc. if unplugged for long. If this happens, sometimes you'll turn on and you may end up seeing missing operating system. If this happens, turn off and leave it unplugged for a few minutes and turn on again until you get something that says press F2 to set up or something like that. Do it and select the option that says load default settings to escape and then do what it says to save settings and exit. Computer will restart and load Windows then. The tricky thing is that an F2 setup mode on the second page is power saving options. All power saving options must be disabled for this laptop to work properly. Exit Windows and restart the computer, you have to do the settings, blah 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 blah. Default settings are also called power saving options. Then if the computer just information from the default down included by the PC mentioned above, the PC will use the computer but also loads power saving options. Then you are probably detecting when all of a sudden the computer will spin itself to load dead and you've lost everything so you can plug in and blah blah blah.
So this must be instructions not only for whoever was selling this thing, but for somebody who actually buys this thing. So, huh. Just basically instructions for whoever buys this thing and they're not computer literate.
The main item is dead. You need to use it away from AC. You probably order one from Canon or on eBay. Doesn't have enough memory to cruise the internet, only 8 megs of RAM, and you lose 16.
Since when do you need 16 megs of RAM to browse the internet? Ha 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 ha. That is interesting. So much information on this that really... that's weird. Don't mess with the monitor settings, though. They're already set up properly. Well, oops, I set that up too much already. So you use it for an hour or two, then shut it down and let it cool off. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Yeah, especially if the laptop is unplugged for any length of time, the brightness and contrast have to be adjusted. Yeah, I figured that one out. I actually didn't even touch the contrast. That looks much better, actually. This actually isn't that bad of a passive matrix display. That is really not that bad at all. I've seen better, but I've seen much worse. So this is actually not too bad. And this doesn't have the sort of problem that my particular Toshiba satellite has with a passive matrix display, where the display controller on the bottom is tending to wear out. But yeah, this looks pretty good, I'd say. This actually is not all that bad. So now I'm going to go ahead and shut it down properly before I forget about it. Now, does this actually shut off on its own, or do I have to do it? It looks like I have to shut it off myself. Okay. Alright, now it's the end of the video.